that feels like every day is just a circle. It seems like for the past few days, it's been a big story about Israel or Iran and how the ceasefire is going to end. And then, oh no, Trump saved the ceasefire. And then, oh no, the ceasefire is going to end. And then, oh no, Trump saved the ceasefire. And it just seems like it's just a huge cycle of the same story over and over and over again. And it is, not only is it boring, but it's exhausting. I am so tired of hearing the same story over and over again. I guess there was a ship that attempted to run through the blockade at the Strait of Hormuz, and America shut that ship down. I think they disabled the engine, and it was a whole thing. And they were like, "Oh yeah, no more peace agreement." And then it was like, "Oh wait, yeah, peace agreement." And it has been the same story for like 2 weeks. It started out with Israel. Netanyahu fucking can't hold a peace agreement for more than 15 minutes. And that's on a good day. You know, that's a good day that Netanyahu holds down a peace agreement for 15 minutes. On an average day, I think it's about 6. I just, this whole thing really had nothing to do with us. This whole thing was none of our business. And we just kind of did it because, well, we were planning on doing something. And Netanyahu couldn't wait. And no, I'm not, again, I'm not one of the everything happens because of the Jews kind of people. Okay, that's not me. I'm not that unhinged yet. But there are some things that have happened specifically because of Netanyahu. For example, we got involved in this war because of Netanyahu. We were going to do our own thing. Netanyahu said, no, let's do it now. We weren't really ready to go in, and we went in anyways. It is annoying, to say the least. No, I don't think Netanyahu had some blackmail on Trump. No, I don't think the Jews rule the world. No, I don't think any of that. That's stupid. What I do think, though, is I think we have, in our country, we have the biggest, strongest military. We have the military industrial complex. The military industrial complex wants to make money, and they don't care how many people they have to kill to stop it. Or, I'm sorry, they don't care how many people they have to kill to make it. They want money. They're willing to kill you for $1. Pretty simple business model, okay? I want money. You want people not alive. I'll not alive people so that you give me money. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward, right? I mean, it's the oldest business in the book. Okay, there's prostitution and there's war. Those are the oldest businesses in the book. Okay, we've been doing those for decades, centuries, whatever, forever, for fucking ever. We've been doing war, and we've been doing the prostitutions. I understand that war is a huge political thing. There's more to it than just what we see, of course. It's there's politics involved, there's agreements, there's other countries involved. I mean, I get it. I get it. It's a huge thing. Everyone's involved. It's not like, oh, my neighbor next door is mad at the neighbor next door to him. It's like my neighbor on my left is mad at my neighbor on my right, and now I'm stuck in the middle of this. I get it. That's war. I am infuriated with what's been going on. This, I don't know that I want to call it a war because it was more like a conflict. But we have the Middle East that's constantly in conflict at war. It is never peaceful in the Middle East. With the Abraham Accords, Trump had brought some level of peace to the Middle East. And when I voted for Trump, I expected that again. You know, full transparency here. I didn't vote for Trump in 2016. I thought that dude is going to get us nuked. Like that's what I thought. I thought that dude's going to get us blown up. Maybe it'll be funny on the way there. The economy will probably be good because he's a businessman. And I was right on two out of three. The economy was great, and it was funny the whole time. But now it's at a point where it's not funny when Americans are dying, right? It's not fun. We've lost 300 something Americans. And I don't say 300 something to be disparaging. I don't know if it's more than that at this point. Last I knew, it was like 350 people or something, or 360 Americans have died in the wake of this conflict, right? And so I'm at a point where I don't want to see Americans die. I don't really want to see Iranians die. I don't want to see Israelis die. I don't want to see anyone die. War is a terrible thing, and I don't necessarily believe that something this simple is worth dying over. It's a dispute about oil rights. It's not really worth a bullet. Trump blew up 40 people or whatever involved with Iran's government to get a deal on oil. Like I want you to think about that for a minute. Trump killed 40 people to get a deal on oil. That sounds crazy to me. Now, I understand establishing the United States as an oil independent country, or at the very least, establishing the United States as one of the big three, right? Because I think that's what's going on here. I think the plan is to get the big three oil exporters together and say, okay, here's where we're going to go, here's what we're going to do. I don't know how we deal with Russia, considering that Russia is still fighting Ukraine and we were funding Ukraine for how long. I don't know if Russia's willing to say, hey, bygones are bygones. We're going to be friends now because this oil deal is more important than Ukraine stuff. Just don't fund Ukraine again. But that goes out the window when we get another Biden who just does the opposite of what Trump has done every single day. That's what Biden did. For the first 100 days, he just did the opposite of what Trump did and annihilated this country. It's frustrating, right? Because every day I see, oh, this is it, World War III. This is it, World War III. This is it, World War III. And I'm tired of World War III. I'm tired of hearing about it. If the bombs are going to fall, let them fall. If we're dropping nukes, I don't want to be around anyways. If we're, just like, don't do it on a Friday, because if I worked all week and I get blown up on Friday, I'm going to be real fucking pissed. Okay? If the apocalypse starts on Friday, I'm going to be real fucking livid. Start that shit on a Monday or a Tuesday. I don't fucking know. I don't want to go back to work. Like, if that's what we're doing, do it on a Monday. I don't want to deal with the bullshit. But it seems to me like all it is, from both sides, from the left, from the right, from Israel, from Iran, from the US, it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit, and it's bad for you. George Carlin famously said, it's a big club, and you and I, we ain't in it. I do not enjoy seeing that we're at war. I don't enjoy seeing people dying. I understand sometimes people have to die. Yeah, I get that. I believe that so much that I carry a firearm every day because sometimes, yes, people have to die. Pedophiles should die. Fucking serial killers should die. Like, yeah, there are some people that the only way to fix them is a bullet. Yes, I understand that. I understand that Islam is an insanely radical religion that calls for the death of everyone who is not Islamic. I understand that. I get that. I get that coexisting with Islam is almost impossible. Totally understand. There's sirens going by. Hold on. You fuck off. Trying to talk about geopolitics. Dick. Anyway, I understand that Islam is not a country that is, I'm sorry, Islam is not a religion that is compatible with the Western world. I understand that Islam is not a religion that is compatible with the Jewish faith. I understand, but at the same time, okay, let's play devil's advocate for a second. Fucking Israel every 37 seconds being like, this was promised to me 6 million years ago. Sucks to suck, bro. And I was promised a pickup truck at one point that I never got. Okay? Sucks to suck. It be what it be. You get the cards you were dealt, play your hand. Stop whining and complaining and blowing people up because you were promised something 4,000 years ago. Okay? It's bullshit. It's just an excuse to go to war. It's an excuse to have a conflict. The conflict in the Middle East stems from one simple fact. Simple fact is Islam and Judaism cannot coexist. Neither one of them is going to leave their homeland. Peace in the Middle East is almost impossible. Almost. Nothing's impossible. Okay, nothing's completely impossible. Of course, you can have peace in the Middle East, but the problem is you have someone like Netanyahu who says, "No, I want to do war. I'm okay with doing war. I want to do war." And you have someone like at the time the Ayatollah who was like, "Okay, if you want to do war, I want to do war. That's okay." And it's mutual combat. It's mutual combat. Yeah, we're just at war. We're just going to be at war until nobody's left on one side or the other. And that's fine. That's fine. But don't drag me into it. If you want to do forever wars, fine. I don't give a shit. Do what you want to do. I'm not your fucking dad. If you want to kill each other all day, every day, I don't care. Where I have a problem is when Israel comes to the United States and says, "Hey, so I started some shit, I fucked around, I found out a little bit, and I didn't like finding out. So you want to blow these guys up with me? Because that would be cool." No, it isn't. Because now 300 Americans have died in the defense of our greatest ally. Okay, and can we please stop with that our greatest ally bullshit? Okay, we say that about everyone. Okay, fucking the United Kingdom is our greatest ally, our oldest ally. No, they're not. They're fucking garbage. Our greatest ally, as much as I hate to say it, our greatest ally is probably fucking France. As much as I hate to admit that, it's probably France. The French are probably our greatest ally. I'm going to be honest. I hate admitting that. If it weren't for France, we wouldn't have America. Okay, France was on our side way before America was even America. France has been on our side for a long fucking time. If anyone's our greatest ally, it's France, because France doesn't go dragging us into conflicts left and right. If I mean, worst case, France is like, "Hey, I have a problem with these people because of this reason," and we go help France one fucking time. We kind of owe them one. We wouldn't exist if it weren't for them. Now, obviously, I'm being a little facetious here. I don't know if we've ever kind of repaid France for, the whole independence thing, but I mean, either we won the war or France at least helped us fight to the point where England was like, "Okay, we're done. This is going to cost too much money. Just fuck it. Just let it go." Which is what I think happened, honestly. I think England was just like, "This is expensive. This doesn't look good. Let's just cut our losses. Let them have it. I don't care." I don't necessarily think, "Oh, we killed so many more of them. We won for sure." I think England was just like, "This isn't popular. It's not worth the money. We're wasting a bunch of lives. We're wasting a bunch of time. Fuck this. We're done." I really believe that's what happened. And that's not to say that, we're not a great nation. That's just to say that I find that to be a more human response than, shucks, you got to the limit. I was only willing to let you kill 1 million people, and you know what? You got 999,999. One more, and we're just gonna be done. I don't believe that. I believe more that England looked at it and said, "This is not financially worth fighting. France is on their side. We can't afford to fight both fronts. Like, just fuck it, let them have it." I really do believe in the fuck it, let them have it. I don't know. I'm just tired of this bullshit, this greatest ally bullshit. Israel's not a great ally. Israel's not even a strong nation. Israel's a shithole. Okay, I can't stand Israel. I can't stand all these people, and I can't stand the people that are like, "The Jews control the world." No, they don't. Okay, because if the Jews controlled the world, they wouldn't be getting fucked up by every other country that neighbors them to the point that they have to call America and be like, "Hey, can you fight my battles for me? Because I can't." Okay, Israel is the equivalent of the fucking middle school kid who starts shit because my brother's a Marine and he'll kick your ass. That's who Israel is. My brother's a Marine and he's going to pick me up from school. And if you think you're going to kick my ass, my brother will kick your ass. That's Israel to a T. Iran is a bunch of fucking lunatics that chant death to America and want to kill everybody who's not fucking Muslim. These places don't get along with people. It's plain and simple. Israel thinks everything belongs to them because we were promised this 4,000 years ago. I don't give a fuck what you were promised 4,000 years ago. If you don't have the ability to hold on to it, it's not yours. Okay? If I have a parcel of land and no firearms to defend my parcel of land, the government can just take my land. I don't own shit. Okay? I can fight to the death. If the government tries to come take my car, I have guns. I have the ability to fight to the death. I'm not going to get in a fucking deadly shootout over a car, but my point is I own that and I have the ability to say, fuck you, no, I own it and I'm willing to fight for it. A huge example of this is the Bundy Ranch incident. And if you're not familiar, long story short, there was a ranch that was disputed territory between the government and this family, the Bundy family, and they got into standoffs with armed standoffs with the police, with the federal agents. They got into shootouts with police and federal agents. It was a huge thing because you don't own nothing you can't hold on to. So my message to Israel: you keep trying to start fights over, I was promised this 4,000 years ago. It doesn't matter what you were promised, and I don't care when you were promised it. I don't care if you were promised it yesterday. I don't care if you were promised it 4,000 years ago. I don't care if you were promised it the day God created Earth. I don't give a fuck. I should not see my fellow countrymen dying for your nonsense because you can't fight your own fights. I am so tired of being involved in shit. As an American, we are involved in everything. I'm tired of it. I want cheap oil. And I'm willing to blow people up for cheap oil. Fuck yes, I am. If Trump came out and Trump said, listen, okay, listen, I got a deal. It's going to be a lot of cheap oil, but I have to bomb the Philippines. I'd be like, bomb them, fuck it, cheap oil. I don't give a fuck. Fuck the Philippines. Obviously, I'm kidding. Filipino women are hot. Let's not bomb the Philippines. Maybe like, I don't know, Madagascar. We use Madagascar. I don't know what Madagascarian women look like. Okay, I can't bomb women that I'm attracted to. Okay, it's I don't know if it's a male thing, if it's the protector thing, or if it's I just think they're hot. So why would I blow them up? But like, yeah, can't bomb Guatemala because wife. Can't bomb the Philippines because like there's some good looking Filipinas out there. Australia, there's some scary muscle mommies, so no, we can't bomb Australia. Wherever goth girls come from, we can't bomb that ever, never. We can't even like argue with them. We can't even like. Do not fuck with my goth girls, okay? I will fucking fight you. I will fight you. I don't give a fuck who you are. No, I don't care. Goth girls are protected. They are to be cherished forever. Don't care where they come from. I don't care if they spawn out of Satan's asshole. Goth girls are worth it. Kidding. There's going to be some like old man that's like intensely Christian. He's going to be like, you fucking heathen. It's a joke, old man. It's a joke. Calm down, boomer. Okay? I don't know. I'm okay if Trump would come out and say, yeah, we're going to blow up Iran because we're going to get good oil out of the deal. Like, okay, at least you're telling us why you're doing it. This is just like Israel wanted to get down and dirty. Trump had an idea to do something rowdy, and now Trump's involved with Israel's bullshit, and Americans are dying. And quite honestly, the midterms are lost. There's no pulling back from this. Unless Trump pulls like fucking 99-cent gas out of his ass, there's no saving the midterms. I mean, if this is a temporary suffering for long-term gain kind of situation, yeah, maybe. But I don't see how Trump pulls this out of his ass. I'm going to be honest. Midterms are lost. Fucking, I don't know. It was a fun ride, I guess. I'll see y'all on the front lines or in the gulag, whichever. I'm going to go do some cardio for when I get drafted. Anyway, that's all I got. I'll see y'all in the next one. I just wanted to rant a little bit. I couldn't figure out what to talk about, so you get a rant. That's it.